Hi. Welcome to Myndvibe.
Welcome.
We're so glad that you joined us and join in our conversations where we talk about our souls being down here in this human experience and all the things that we go through collectively together. We all experience it. How do we get through it?
Mm-hmm.
Do it with some sharing strategies and ideas and stories. We'd love to hear from you.
Yes. Interact with us. We are also live on Blog Talk Radio. So for our listeners, please, we do have a call-in number.
We
Where'd
do.
it go? Oh,
yeah. We remembered because each week we keep forgetting, right? But if you want to call in and talk to us live while we're on, we would love that. And the number is 546-721-9848. So if you have any questions or comments, call us. Or if you just want to be a part of our chat on Myndvibe today, we would love it.
Yes, and we're also live on Facebook. Hi, all our Facebook peoples. Hi, Mickey. Hi, Kimmy and Fred. What's shaking, Fred? You see it?
Okay. Thank you guys for joining us and giving us your time. Like, we appreciate that. You give us some of your time in the day.
Yes.
We really do.
We love it. We love to interact. It's fun for us. Oh, yeah.
How have you been?
Fabulous.
Love that. Kind of comment. Do you hear that very often throughout the day? Because words, in fact, that leads into a great segue because words matter.
They do.
You know, your language, the language that you have around you all the time, and it can affect your body. You can do a cool little experiment.
Yeah.
If you were to close your eyes or have someone else say certain words and you just notice how your body feels, you will know the impact that it has on your energy and on your being.
It's true. Try it.
Language matters.
Language matters.
So fantastic is how she responded, right?
Fabulous.
How good is that? Oh, fabulous.
How are you?
I'm fantastic. Beyond fantastic. I am. Yeah. No, but today we're talking about trying to stay in our divine positive self against opposition.
Yes.
Because, I had a day came up against some opposition. I know that you did too.
I did. It was both yesterday.
I know, isn't that strange?
It is
because we both had these stories, and I'm like, well, that's what we need to talk about because we're not the only ones that come up against opposition. What do we mean by opposition? What could that be? It could mean so many things. I mean, what does it mean for you? I'm asking.
I got it.
I got an answer. I got an answer.
Okay, to me, it just means when something throws you off your like you're just clicking along and then bam. And then it makes you all of a sudden you're going through your day hey, fabulous, and then all of a sudden you're like, whoa, what just happened? What do you got?
No, exactly. That could be anything. Exactly. It throws you off your center. I mean, you get bad news. You get, whatever the case may be, or you're triggered by a memory that you had to talk about or recall, or things didn't go the way you thought they were going to go. Whatever it is.
Whatever.
But it throws you off your game, and you feel the pain of that, and it could be painful. And it's maybe a state of crying, maybe a state of being frustrated, maybe it's being paralyzed. Whatever that is, we all have our own response to stress and to something big that happens. It's opposition. It's coming against you. We're at war, I think, a lot of the time, and I mean that in the fact that you have to stay. If you want to stay in your best positive self and your most divine self, you have to want it.
Yeah, it's true.
Right?
You do.
You have to want it.
You have to want it. You just do, and you have to be able to jump back up. Because you want it, so you're going to be like, you know what? That happened. That is what it is, and here we go.
Yeah, you're going to have a day. You're going to feel the pain. That doesn't mean that you're not going to have opposition. It means you aren't going to have some pain, but that pain can sometimes be just a great awareness of something that needs to be healed. So it came to the surface.
Yeah.
That person said something. It brought up something. It triggered in you because it wants to be healed, and it wants you to go. You know what? I want you to become aware of it because awareness is the first sign of healing.
Like you said the other day, it was like a little sign.
Oh, sign.
Are you really over it? Yeah. Or are you not over it?
I think we're getting tested.
We were
just talking about it.
You
thought, I had gotten through this, and then that came up, and you could feel. And
it is percolating right here.
It's nervous energy. It just feels stressful, almost like you can't decide whether I'm gonna get sick. Like that. Where is this? Where is this feeling? And I think it is a test.
It's a test.
Spirits are like, hey, is she really over it? Let's see. We really are. They really are trying to help us clear the rest of it out or whatever. Right.
I agree.
I think that's a. I think
that's what you said. You said test it.
It's a test.
It's a test. I hate tests.
And I think they giggle a little. They're like, oh, watch this. Let's see what happens. Oh, it's gonna get good now.
What about you guys? Do you know what we're talking about? Have you experienced all that? Give us something, share with us. We'd love to hear from all of you.
We would. Mm-hmm. We know we're not the only ones that get opposition.
It's true.
Come up against it, right? We can't be.
Right.
So yeah. Mm-hmm. But what can when there is opposition and you're feeling that, I'm saying that I know for me, I reached out to people because I really don't feel like you're meant to do it alone. And that's another thing that we would love to talk about is this great project that we are creating right now. And we hope to expand this project to many more groups. But right now, our first launch is Women Rising.
Yes.
And I am so personally excited about this. I know you are too.
Oh, yeah. I am.
October 7th is going to be the first Women Rising. So if you found yourself up against opposition and you're stuck, or you're just, maybe you've come in or out of an unhealthy relationship or situation, lost a job, empty nest, or lost somebody in grief, whatever you find yourself in that place of, I don't know where, I'm having trouble getting back to, who I am, and I need support. This group is for you, Women Rising. We're here for community. We're not meant to do it alone. I don't believe for 1 minute. And I want to, if I have to spend the rest of my life making sure that you're not alone I want people to be suffering alone. And if you're hurting and you need support, man, we're looking to create a community for people to heal together, to connect and reconnect to joy.
Yes.
Even in the pain,
in the pain, or even in the, you don't even know. Some people are numb. They just don't even know how they feel. And that's normal too, because sometimes when we are trying really hard not to, yeah, just in case, not knowing where to go, what to do, it's really easy to get numb, You don't even know why you feel that way. You don't have to have some big monumental experience. It could just be you don't know why. Right. Exactly.
We're just looking for a place for you to come and
share.
We'll be doing it's a Myndvibe sponsored event. So we're it's our first community group that we've created, and we're really so excited about it. Yeah. And it's we want you to come and
well, we support each other. We share, and we become one with each other.
We do.
It's a great little place to have your own little community, I guess.
I think that people learn from other people's stories.
I think so too.
I think it helps heal, and I think we all can share insight, and we're going to be guiding that and sharing the tools and strategies that we do on Myndvibe. And oh man,
if we could turn the camera around right now, you guys would be
we
like,
should do that. We should do that. We're going to catch her.
We're going to catch her. We have somebody. We have Nicole.
She's always
here.
pulling little goofies on us.
Yeah,
as she walks by,
making funny faces at us, and so we're going to turn the camera on her one time. We can't today because it's not set up, but we will.
Yeah. Hey, Kimmy, I'm just putting out some positive vibes. Feeling opposition, so am I with you. So,
yes.
And to whoever anyone else is, know that we're here to support you in any way. So reach out. Revive has some amazing coaches and spiritual coaches and healings of different amazing, like how to help your body open up to heal, right? These pathways. So reach out to Revive if you can't.
We're here to help.
We are. And look for that community. Look for Women Rising, because I think it's going to be really special. I'm hoping that some long-lasting friendships. It's going to be ongoing, twice a month. We really want to create a place for people to come. We want to give you a home in this tribe.
Yeah, I'm looking for it. Forward.
I'm looking for it. Me too. I'm looking for it.
I'm looking for it.
Well, I was thinking about I came across this and I was like, well, we always are talking about ways to help, increase your vibration. So when you're down and out, you can stay down and out.
Right.
Or you can work your very hardest to up your vibe and get yourself back into healing and back into yourself and to be the best self that you can be that day. Right. And it takes work.
It does.
It takes work.
Like I said last night, and I've said it before, we are a 9-to-5 job. We just can't ever just not not go show up for ourselves and work on ourselves. So it's like, we are our job.
It is. It's a nonstop. Like you're at work all the time. You know, we really are. But so I came across something that I thought, well, you know, laughter is something that sometimes we don't get enough of. We just don't. I think that just something, you know, that's gurgling, laughing. And there's so much science behind what laughter can do for you and what it can release. And what a great tool for healing
all the time.
And she's great. I do too. When we're together, we laugh all the time too. But for some people, don't always have that.
It's hard for them to laugh or to find the joy or find the funny. And
And so if you think about it, like the higher your vibration can be, the more that you can attract. So it's like filling up your field so that you can have this just really wonderful feeling around you, if nothing else, right? There's the opposition. It's there. It's there. It's okay. It's okay. It's there. And I think awareness is the first sign. And then, okay, well, I'm going to try to like keep my glow about me to the best of my ability, right? Pick myself up. Well, I was coming across, and I've seen it for years in the yoga industry, laughter yoga. I'm like, what is that? And, you know, and sometimes on these yoga conferences, you see some interesting things. But this laughter yoga, and I kind of like research, just came up across it on the web, and I clicked and I said, let's see. And I'm like, wow, it was actually a doctor in India who created this whole thing and how it helps with healing, you know, and he does laughter meditations, and there's just all this interesting. And so I was like, all right, let me see about it. And he had like he called it laughter bank exercises. So you can keep this laughter bank or yoga laughter bank, and he had these different exercises. So I thought if you wanted to, for everyone's entertainment, we could do a little bit. And if you're at home or if you're at the office or if you're in your car, you maybe can't do all of it. You could do some of it, and you could remember some of these things.
Or you can just laugh at us.
Yeah, or you can just remember, think back to us, because we're hoping to give you a little something to when you need to raise your vibe up a little bit.
Yeah.
And you're feeling opposition. We're hoping we can help you out. But there are all these different exercises. But what I thought was cool, and we'll just give a little mini intro, what they start out with every time, okay, is there are a few things that every practice starts out with. First is clapping. Okay, so we got to do a little. We don't want to be too loud here, but so clapping, right? So do a little bit of clapping just to get some energy going and get in the hands, and then breathing. So we can all, so 2 or 3 big breaths, just really breathe in, or if you want to.
Feels good.
Yeah, I know it. So they do clapping, breathing, and then childlike play. So we just thought we'd do the chicken dance for childlike play. Ready? Is that
how it goes?
I don't know. We're making up for our own, I guess, you know. So what was your favorite game as a kid?
Kick the can.
Kick the can. I liked Red Rover, send Jimmy right over. And you would run through and break it open, right?
Oh, I like that. I forgot about that one.
I know. So childlike play. You know, what is it?
I like kicking cans.
Yeah. Get your aggravations on. And then the next is namaste. So namaste, you know, at the end of all yoga classes, but this is namaste laughter.
What do you do with that?
You just laugh.
You just laugh? You just laugh.
Oh my God, I have a cramp. That's so And so anybody that comes into their class states, it's a greet them with laughter, right? Awesome. So non-stay laughter.
And that was just totally contagious.
I know. I know, you just started. And the now we could go into some of the exercises.
Okay.
I'm gonna let you pick one. Okay, here are options. Or if you guys are out there, pick one and we'll do it.
Yes.
Okay, here are options. Milkshake laughter, argument laughter, ants in your pants laughter, Visa card laughter.
Visa card laughter.
Yeah.
That it declines?
Okay. Oh.
Okay, what? Leash
Oh,
your cat.
look at the time laughter.
Oh, I thought that said leash your cat.
Leash your, I can't read my own writing. Winter car laughter. Did any of those jump out to you? Anybody or to you?
Winter car?
Winter car laughter?
Winter?
Winter.
Oh, I'm thinking ants in your pants.
Oh God. Okay. So that's pretty self-explanatory. So you don't say anything during these exercises, but laugh, right? So what we have to do is laugh while thinking about that laughing ants in your pants, right? So
I'm falling off my pillow.
oh, for the vertically challenged. Oh, okay. So you guys pick one, so I'm gonna pick one. Okay. Oh, okay.
Pick a good one.
Okay. Okay. All right. Here we go.
Oh no, cancel. I don't want to do it.
No. We'll do the Visa card one. So what you're supposed to do is like pretend like your Visa bill is in here,
Okay.
and you're like, oh, it's not good. You know, it's always a big one. So you're like, oh.
No way.
Oh.
Am I in trouble?
Anyway, laughter yoga. I just thought, man, is that a good little everybody needs so whatever means or way.
No, we haven't had any caffeine.
I don't drink coffee. Isn't that a scary thing? Once in a while.
This is my caffeine.
Yeah. No.
We are just caffeined on life, honey.
That's the goal, man.
That's the goal.
So I hope that gave somebody something, or if you're listening to it later and you're in your car, I hope it spreads to you. But isn't that so? I know. But is that not good?
That is good.
I mean, I was like, I would say 10 years ago, I would have been like, laughter yoga.
What is that? Like, I'm not doing that. How embarrassing. We're on camera doing this stuff.
Look at that. But I was like, that is effective. I would just start watching it, and I was just getting a kick out of watching the people who are actually vulnerable enough to have the experience. I thought
it was fun. It's in the Flint water.
I know.
Caffeine's in the Flint water. Well, there you go. I guess we got some caffeine.
No wonder.
No wonder we're so like hyper all the time. Yeah. Oh, that's funny. Oh. Yeah. No, thank you. That was fun.
Yeah.
That was fun.
So what are some of the things that you do? I know we've talked about it before, but when you come up opposition and you feel that shaky, I'm coming unglued.
Well, the first thing I did was call somebody.
Me too.
Hello.
Yeah, that's what I have to do sometimes when it's so severe.
Yeah.
I can't even think straight. Like I can't go to a little meditation corner or anything. There's none of that.
Yeah. I just had to call and say, oh my gosh, are you seeing this the way I'm seeing it? Or am I like, bloop? And then, okay. So then or then I just sit down and be like, all right, you know what? Pull your together. You're fine. It's all good. It's going to be fine, and keep on rocking, know?
Right.
The self-talking solution. I am the queen of that.
I like that. I think that works so much.
It works. It works for me anyways, so
everybody has something. Everybody has something that works for them.
Very true. But yeah, what do you do? I know you call somebody.
I do. I try to call somebody when it's to the point where I'm like, it's like the insides are shaking and it's just, I immediately reach out for support. And I didn't used to be able to do that. Like I used to be able to I would just suffer silently and isolate myself more. But I really, as I've gotten more and more training myself and learned the value and being, and it takes a moment of vulnerability to call somebody saying, I'm broken, wide open.
Right.
And I need support. That's not easy to do for me. Right. Because I've always tried to be like, I am independent, I got it. Or I should be more evolved than this. I shouldn't need, I should And I think that's what a lot of people who are in this industry fall into.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they're like, well, I shouldn't need that. I should be more evolved. I think we're all self-helpers and I should be not feel this way. Well, we're human and we are living in emotions, and emotional fitness is part of, I'm so fascinated with it. And remember that keeping your emotions in check is so important. It is like you said, we can't not, we have to work it 9 to 5. It's your job.
Yeah.
Because your emotions affect your physical, affect your spiritual, affect your mental.
You know what else I do? I give myself love.
Oh, that's
because my segment last night was love is the number one emotion to heal. And so I'll just be like, okay, you know what, this happened, but I love myself for this, and I love that I'm trying for this, and I love, you know, or I'll just, you know, listen to music that makes me feel like, you know.
I think that really helps raise that helps me too. I think having that good love and compassion for yourself, you know, okay, I feel extremely sad today. And I'm not going to beat myself up about it. I do. And you have emotions. We have emotions because we're meant to experience them.
Right.
Being stuck in them, different story.
Different story.
That doesn't mean that you're not going to feel them, and that we're not suggesting you don't feel them, because we're human.
Right.
We're meant to feel them. I think the beauty of some of that pain and that pressure is that rebirthing.
Yeah.
And coming into something new and different. So sometimes look at it and go, well, geez, that really, as unpleasant as that was, it was so necessary, because now I've healed that and
look at me now.
I'm a new person. Yeah. You know, we evolved into a new one.
Yeah.
But that painful part's not always easy, but I think that's when people freak a little, get scared.
And go within, isolate, or just kind of just shut down.
Avoidance, get so busy to not deal with it, not fix the wounds, like you were saying last night.
Yeah, right? You got to fix the wounds, because they're just always going to come back. I was talking to another practitioner here today. We were working together, and we were talking about that wounds, you know, and I was just like, you know, you can Band-Aid it
all you want,
but guess what? It's just like when you get hurt, you put a Band-Aid on it, but you have to let it heal, right? So you have to do the same thing energetically and emotionally and mentally and everything.
100%
wrapped up in it.
I know. I think the first episode I said, you know, everyone's responsible for fixing their own shit, and I just don't think enough of us do it.
Yeah.
And we don't have a problem walking into a room and spewing our business on other people, because people who are hurt other people. Right. Remember that, you know?
Oh, say that again.
Hurt people hurt other people.
It's true.
So,
ding, ding, ding. Some just light bulb just went off.
Yeah. And that doesn't, I mean, and I'm all about, you know, having compassion for the person that they're hurting, but that does all not mean that you roll over and not make them be accountable. But that means that they're hurt. And so because they didn't fix their wounds, they inflicted their hurt onto you.
Right.
Or they could. And that is how I see it. And I think there's the only way to look at it.
Yeah. I agree.
So I agree. I want to keep fixing myself, because I don't want to.
Yeah. I mean, we have to keep, that's part of life too. I mean, we're learning lessons. We're here to learn lessons. We're here to learn from each other. We're here to help each other. And I feel like, you know, if you stop fixing yourself, well, there's a problem, you know?
Yeah. I mean, I think if we're not growing,
then, you know, especially with what we do for a living, if we're not growing, then how can we, or, you know, fixing ourselves?
Oh yeah.
Then how can we help anybody else?
It's not possible.
I mean, I have kind of a rule here that we keep ourselves clean. Like we work on people all day long, but we need to be worked on as well. And it's the same thing.
It is.
It is.
I was just sharing with Kirsten, one of my new techniques is the 5 healing words. Like, so I went through sort of, like I was saying, like what words make me feel good, what, you know, when I'm saying them, that I can actually feel the words change and feel it in my physical body. So I have these 5 words, and same in the morning and the same at night. And it's amazing when I close my eyes and say these words, how it affects me. And so coming up with all these little strategies and little rituals to help you do that. And it may take 4 to 5. It may take more than that, all kinds of different little strategies. And they can be quick. They don't have to be some big, long meditation. No. I mean, you can change your energy really fast if you really take your thought there and you really focus on it, because your thoughts become their energy.
Their energy.
Thoughts are energy.
Yeah. Words are energy. Thoughts are energy. Another thing I like to do is if I feel I'll slough. You'll see me slough all the time.
Oh, I do see you do that.
You do see me do that. I do. I just kind of I'll be like,
Yeah, let that go. And yeah, just let Mother Earth have that. You know what's cool?
see ya.
I would see you later. I like that. That sloughing is good. I like that. I mean, I always do that after I do Reiki practice, but I don't think about doing that like
I
throughout
do
the
it
day.
all day long because sometimes you just, you just have to,
I started the inhaling in, and as I exhale, kind of like giving people's energy back to them. That's kind of got stuck on my field.
That's a good one
So
too.
Like, oh, just that easy. I think sometimes people make that complicated.
I think you're right.
I think it doesn't have, I think it just be that simple, let go,
Yeah.
let go. Some people want to have this really long, I'm thinking my inner, but I don't think it has to be that way.
I don't.
I think it could be, I think you could do it quick and gentle.
Sometimes I'll do this.
and
Snap it out. Snap it out. Like, snap out of it. Okay.
She's very good at that. And I'm becoming really good at that too. Like I know I'm really good at that too. But
but I've had a lifetime to work on that. I mean, I've been working on it since I've been little. I mean, it's just, and I think, do I know? I really feel the best training for that was being a performer, because when you are a performer, and I was performing for very large groups of people, and I was performing all over the Midwest, and so and I was started at the age of 11. So, I mean, you don't really, you're young and you're growing and you're doing all this as you're getting older, whatever, and things hit you and you're in school, whatever. Yeah. But I feel like when you go, like when they say the show must go on, that's legit. Like the show must go on. So like when you step on that stage, bam, whatever you were dealing with or whatever you thought before you walked on stage, that just hits the floor. And so I think that was best training for me, because it's not that I ignored it. I went back to it, but for that 2 hour or hour, however long my sets were, I had to snap out of whatever it was.
You had to leave that.
I just leave it. You leave it till you get off the stage, and then you deal with whatever it may be. And a lot of it was like when you tour like that, and when you go and you drive in the midnight hours and everything, you get exhausted, so your immune goes down. So then you feel sick, or you feel, and so you could not be, people, you sold out shows, so you had to show up whether you had a sore throat, whether you were exhausted, whether you had pneumonia, whatever it was, and you clicked in, and you had to
got her done.
You got her done, and you had to have the most energy that you've ever had, and each show you had to have the same, or if not more energy. So I think for me, I felt that was a really good training for me, because now I've been able to be like, no, I can't deal with that right now. I'm ready to rock. And then I'll go back and be like, in some of my spiritual classes, I teach that about a bag. Like you take, say something happens to you, you take that, you put it in a bag, and then and when you go home and you do your meditation, or you have your sacred hour, I call it, you go in and you look at the things that you went through that day. And then you're like, you know what, when it happened, oh my God, that was just like, oh, but now it's not so bad, because I've had time, to release it, or not deal, I dealt with it at a different time. So it wasn't so, You
had a moment to sit with it. And then, I think it's sitting with it and having awareness and getting to interview it a little bit kind of takes the scary out of it.
Yeah, I agree.
Man, I can't believe our time is up.
I know, they just hit us 90 seconds.
I know, that goes by fast.
I know. Thank you, everybody, for coming.
Yes, thank you so much.
I just had a client, but so I'm not going to make it tonight. Oh, bummer. We'll miss you, Mickey. So we do have meditation tonight at 7:30. We're drumming.
Fun.
Come and drum with us. You can bring your own drum, or you can use some of ours. So it's going to be awesome. Yeah. So you guys have a great day. We're sorry we're getting kicked off.
Thanks for joining us.
Yes, we'll see you next week. Bye.
Take care.